Hi everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're watching from. My name is Verami Batamfo, and welcome to Conversation. So today with Conversation, we'll be having a special guest in the studio to talk to us today. But before he comes in, please, if you're watching us for the first time, you're welcome. If you're somebody who has been watching us before, you know how it goes. Please, when you come in, just sit down and share this live video, right? Share it and invite other people to come and join us. So let me also share to a few groups before we bring in our guests, right? Yeah, just give me 1 minute, 1 second, and share and invite somebody to come and join us. Wherever you're watching from, you're welcome. We'll be talking today about the challenges of life. So please share this live video and invite somebody to come join us. So you're welcome. While I prepare to bring in our guest, if you have some questions, you put them in the comment section. And my guest is very, loaded. He's somebody who has a lot of inspiration. That's why I wanted us to hear him speak to us today. And he's a young man, just like many of you who are watching there, the younger generation. So while waiting
No,
for him,
no, that you.
yeah, the younger generation. So he fits in with us, right? So he is at our own level, kind of. So while waiting for him to come, please share the live video so that others will come and share with us today. So you are all welcome. Please share to all the groups, share to all your friends, share to everybody you have on your platform. Let them come and be part of conversation this afternoon. So I think I've done my own sharing while I leave the rest to you guys to do it. So let me bring in our guest. Where are you? He will tell us. Good. Ooh, he's right here.
Hey,
Hi, hi.
it's quite an honor to be here,
Oh,
Tepsi.
very see, very see, very see, very see. Wow, good to have you. So please, I don't know you, so maybe you just need to introduce yourself to us. Who is this?
Uh,
Mhm.
well, I'm Lawrence Seaton Kwalar, Ambuman, um, a native of Ndu. I actually hail from a small village called Mba, about 15 kilometers from Ndu Central, I think. Or probably shorter, but I think it's up to 15 kilometers. Um, and that's it. I'm just a normal human being. I love life and I love people and hope that we can spread love as well. That's my
Wow,
dream.
that's your dream. Guys, are you getting it? I'm already smiling because he's somebody, you need to sit down and listen to him and you don't want him to stop talking, right? So he says he's from Boomland. If you are just joining, you'll be wondering, is this a Jamaican? Is this somebody from the American? This is a Mokola, this is a boom boom from that
Yeah,
village, right?
no,
Right. So
I'm a typical
oh,
kula.
typical
Yeah,
Kula. Okay,
yes,
bonbon will look
very,
some and so today we'll
very
just be
see.
having a conversation, right? A conversation. So about this life and the challenges. So can you just share with us, you have a lot of inspiration and you have a lot of the way you see things and the way you've gone through so many things and this
Exactly.
platform the essence of this platform is for us to give back to our community. So I think your little experience can help some other person who is coming up to to say, look, this is how life is, these are some of the mistakes we did when we were growing up, don't do this. And so
That's
what is
right.
your philosophy about
That's right.
life? Yes, please.
You know, we often make the mistake of believing in experience as the best teacher. I differ from that perspective. I think that having a good mentor is what we all need. If we have a good mentor, we would not go through certain experiences. I never tried drugs, and I tell people I have friends who tried and they got out of it. But I said, you never know if you're going to get addicted. And so it would be a sad situation if somebody decided to try drugs because they want to have that experience. And it goes same with alcohol abuse. You don't have to get drunk in order to know that drunkenness is a bad thing, you know, because we see people every day on our streets. We see those who spend the night outside, those who probably fall in gutters when it's raining. And I don't think that is a good experience. And that
Mhm.
should be talking to us already. We don't have to take alcohol to get to a certain level that we become like those people just because we want to have an experience. So mentorship is what we need other than experience. Though today, when you go into the job market, they're going to ask you about how many years of experience you've got, 5 years, 3 years, and all of that. But if you have a good mentor and you go to an interview, you can successfully land a job without any experience because it depends on what you tell the interviewer. You know, if you've had a good mentor, they're definitely going to tell you, look, if you go to an interview, these are the things you say and these are the things you don't say. So you have a list of do's and a list of don'ts,
Yeah.
and these guide you. So then you don't have to go to that interview and fail just because you need an experience. So you go back and try to prepare. How many interviews will
Mhm.
you have to attend before you land a job? You know? So he tried to just sweep it under the carpet. That idea that you need experience or in this life in order to get to certain levels because going for experience is what could definitely limit you probably for the rest of your life, you know? So, like I say, I don't need anyone to tell me that I don't need to speed and get into an accident to understand that, oh, yeah, I got that experience because I speeded and got into an
Mhm.
accident.
Mhm.
You already know that speeding is wrong because these are the consequences. You're either going to kill somebody or you're going to kill somebody and kill yourself as well, you know? So these are things that we need to take into consideration. And for the youth of today, if you love life, then go easy, you
Mhm.
know? Um, too many of our children, too many of our younger brothers and sisters are in a hurry. And why? It's not because they actually need anything. It's simply because of comparison. And I don't see the reason why you should be comparing yourself to somebody because we all came into this life on different days. We all came into this life at different hours. We all came into this life at different seconds, at different splits of seconds.
Yeah.
So there's no two people who actually came in at the same time.
Mhm.
It would be worthless and silly if you try to measure your life up to somebody else. The
Mhm.
best competitor we have in this life should be ourselves. If you're competing with anyone, it should be yourself. You
Yourself.
look back at
Yeah.
yesterday and say, okay, yesterday I was here, I need to move an inch further. And you move further just an inch or maybe a centimeter or maybe even a millimeter,
Mhm.
yes, a millimeter, that is important rather than looking at somebody and being envious and
Mhm.
going to risk your life just because you want to look like someone or you
Mhm.
want to be where somebody is or you're trying to overtake them. You
Exactly.
know, I have gone through life running my race as a solo person.
Mhm.
I am my own competition. I do not
Mhm.
look at anybody in
Mhm.
order to get somewhere. If actually, to be honest with you, if I were to look at people and try to compare myself to people, maybe I would be better than who I am today. I would have more than what I have today, or for the worst case scenario, I would be in prison, or I would be disabled, or I would have been unalived a long time ago,
Yeah.
you know. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
thankful that I'm alive. And today, just like you said, when I was growing up, there were mistakes that I made.
Mm-hmm.
And I lived life on fast lane, not the way most people do. I was way too intelligent, but there were things that I did with the smartness that I had that I wouldn't do today, you know. There were things that I would do because I would outsmart people, you know, but I never outsmarted people for money or anything. There were
Mm-hmm.
real little things that I did that I would never do today, you know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
just because I was intelligent. Sometimes you know that you're smarter than people and you want to use that in order to trick them or to make them look foolish and all of that. But
Mm-hmm.
at this age, I don't think that's even significant. It's actually not important for you to use the knowledge that you have in order to try to outsmart other people. You know, all the knowledge that we have today should help us build ourselves. Then we transfer that knowledge and power onto other people. So our job should be to empower our people. But Sister Vera, I would say something here
Please go ahead.
that sometimes makes me weep. It's because we are unsupporting people, very
Mm-hmm.
unsupporting. When we see someone who can get to a certain level and extend a helping hand and
Mm-hmm.
bring the community into light or elevate the community, those are the kind of people that we try to bring down. Like, I see the content that you're sharing, which is very empowering. You're showing people, you're showcasing the Mbum culture, you're showcasing Cameroon, but
Mm-hmm.
the government of Cameroon will not even recognize the efforts. How much of your personal time and resources you're
Mm-hmm.
sacrificing in order to
Mm-hmm.
make people understand that this is a beautiful place, you
Okay.
know? And it just comes back to us, the little people. There are things that we could do for ourselves, you know? There are opportunities that we could share and all of that. But just the way people have been programmed, I wouldn't actually blame them because it's a programming. And we are in this age where so much false information has been fed to us that
Mm-hmm.
most people don't know the difference between black and white. So if you present it to you, they're definitely going to pick the wrong color for the
Mm-hmm.
other, you know?
Yeah.
So that is what information is doing to us. And people think that they're right when
Mm-hmm.
they're actually not. And people are doing things, they strongly believe that they're doing the right thing, but this is what is actually retarding their growth. So what I should tell young people is try to do some personal research. Do not just be a follower. Don't follow trends. That is the worst thing ever. You know, that
Mm-hmm.
is what is destroying our youth today because they're following trends. Everyone
Exactly.
wants to wear, every woman wants to wear um, a wig of
The Brazilian
250,
hair.
500,000
The
exactly
Brazilian hair, the
human
blonde.
hair. They,
Yeah,
they want
the
to
blonde
wear
hair.
that.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to have an iPhone 14,
Mm-hmm.
15. But
Mm-hmm.
when you ask them, what are you doing? You're not doing anything. Where is the money going to come from? Definitely, they're going to turn to deviant things. And you
Mm-hmm.
know, the boys are getting abused, you know,
Mm-hmm.
by that means, you know, taken from the back and all of that. The girls same, taken from the back, and then they're getting used for rituals. We have a neighboring country where this is so pronounced, and you have our own children going over there and then getting into these secret cults where they do human sacrifices and all of that, and then they use our children for that. They use our girls for that. So they're losing their wounds, they're losing their lives and everything.
Exactly.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty sad, you know, because when we say these things, people don't believe, and a lot of them who don't believe, it's until it happens to them, and it just
Exactly.
comes down to what I was saying. You do not need to experience evil before you know that evil does exist.
Exactly.
Because we cannot talk about something if it's not there. Every
Mm-hmm.
time somebody opens their mouth and talks about something, though today we can call it a CT, whatever theory, but to be honest with you, nothing comes from nothing. Before it hits someone's mind, for them to say it's because there is something icky somewhere, you know? So these are the things. You do not have to experience evil before you know that evil does exist. You have to know which path to take in this life. And the fast lane is where you will never end your journey of life the way you desire it. It's always an unpleasant ending because
Wow.
you're either going to exit this planet prematurely
Surely, yeah.
or you're going to make some people suffer because you're either going to fall sick and you're going to be sick for a long time. And when you're sick for a long time, like what I was telling somebody, it's not only you. You have one or two family members who have to let go of whatever thing they were doing because they have to be looking after you.
Yeah.
So you just slowed down a whole family, an
Mm-hmm.
entire family, due to
Mm-hmm.
your carelessness, because due to your deafness and all of that. So, yes, all people, you need mentorship. And you should not feel too big or too little or too proud.
Larry, me and you, we understand what we are talking about.
Right.
Some people who will watch this video after, they'll say, "Oh, he was speaking some baby grammar." This thing of mentorship. Can you break it down?
Right.
What is it really?
O- Okay, thank you. Mentorship is having like a teacher who tells you, who helps you, a teacher who can help you skip stages to success because they tell you if you make this mistake, if you avoid this route, it's going
Mhm.
to take you like two steps further. But if you take this route, it will take you four steps backwards. So the job of a mentor is to help guide you. A mentor is like a guide, not like a
Right.
guide. A mentor is really a guide who
Mm-hmm.
helps you skip steps that would have slowed down your progress in life, or steps that would have completely obliterated your progress without you ever getting to your future, you
Okay.
know? So
Mm-hmm.
your mentor tells you if you make this mistake, here are the consequences of making this kind of mistake. If you make this choice, be ready for so and so consequences. So I would rather, in order for you to avoid taking that wrong route or taking that wrong step, you take this step. Or here are the things that you need to do. Here are the sacrifices you need to make. You need to sacrifice these number of hours every day by doing this or by doing that, or you need to avoid doing this or doing that, and you will get to your destiny without wearing out yourself, without having to go through so much and probably feeling weary and then surrendering along the way. So, a mentor actually helps you avoid all of the obstacles that most people go through in life.
Wow. I will agree with you when you were talking. A lot of ideas were passing through my mind because, if you look at all the people who have succeeded in life, all the successful people we have in life, there are certain things they have done to attain this success, right? There
That's
are
right.
certain things they have done, and there are certain things they have avoided doing. So this thing of
Exactly.
mentorship is very, very important. We need it because most of the time we see those successful people and we just want to copy, you know, without
Right.
taking time to study. And as you say, we need this mentorship. We need the mentors in our life. And I never thought about this thing of we used to just say experience is the greatest teacher, but the way you have explained it, I begin to to get some truth in what you're saying, because you must not experience something bad before you know that it is bad. When something is
Exactly.
bad, yeah.
Yeah, I can cut you short and go back to your live cast of last evening.
Okay.
Um, what you did was a form of mentorship, not a form actually, it was mentorship, because you were helping people to avoid all of these obstacles. Or if you do this, this is what is going to slow down your monetization and all of that. It's little things like that that people take for granted,
Mhm.
you know. But what you did yesterday, anyone who watched it, and I would actually recommend, for if you did not watch that video, go back to it and watch. Just go to Sister Vera Temple's page, the last broadcast of before this one, and go through it if you want to get your Facebook page monetized and all of that. There's loads of information there, and that is what I termed mentorship,
Mhm.
because for somebody who does not know, they're going to go stumble
Mhm.
before they come to us. But this is my page is
Mhm.
not growing. Or
Mm.
I just, okay, they said, okay, I could get monetized. And then just 2 days after, maybe a week after, they took
Mhm.
that off.
You took
And
away, yeah.
so
Mhm.
say, but what did I do wrong and all of that? And then
Mhm.
now what you did was you gave them preventives,
Mhm. Mhm.
now, if you do this, you do that. If you don't do this, you don't do that. Your page is going to be saved, and then
Mhm.
you're on your way to monetization, and you will
Mhm.
not have any obstacles. Your page will not be probably suspended
Black
or all of
suspended.
that. So
Yeah.
whatever you said, yes, blacklisted and all of that. So
Mhm.
whatever you said yesterday, that is mentorship.
Wow. Are you guys following up? Thank you so much. The house is full and is vibrating. Somebody says your accent is entering my eye. Please just try to follow up. Don't distract us. You enjoy the accent, but get what he's saying, because this accent thing, I can tell you, I know Lawrence from childhood, right? We grew up together. We were elderly, but he started this accent thing as a kid, and we used to just admire, who is this little boy who is talking so well. It started as a joke, but he was very serious. Even when you laugh, he's so concentrated. We didn't know that was a great man in the making. And today we are seeing him here. He's sharing his views, he's sharing his ideologies to the world. And I know this voice, when I saw him, he used to be very vibrant here on Facebook. I did not see him again for a very long time. So when I saw that he was back, I said, oh my God, let me catch him before he gets very busy, because he's a very busy person, right? So thank you so much. The conversation is moving on well, and we are happy. Thank you all for joining. Sky Nelson, I see you coming in there. So let's
Hey,
continue.
Sky.
All these are beautiful things that you have told us about, being our own competition. Compete with yourself, don't compete with others, because um, before, when we were all here on Facebook, there was nothing like this
Right.
monetization. We came here just to have
That's
fun.
right.
But when
Exactly.
yeah, when money comes into anything, it changes the face of things. So how are you seeing this space, and what advice can you give to the young people? Because I can see there's a lot of rush.
Yes, there's rush, and I'll still go back to what you said yesterday. We need to be creative. Um, we need to be creative, and we need to think out of the box. Yeah, you can copy someone
Hmm.
that you see they're doing well, but if you're copying someone, make sure you do it better. You
Hmm.
know,
Hmm.
be original.
Yeah.
Copy but be original. It's
Yes.
like, let me just take the example of today's economy and everything, the world of today.
Hmm.
Initially, China was known for copying, and it's like, oh, that's bad quality and everything. But
Hmm.
today, China is leading the world in technology that even the so-called developed world, in quotes, are like
Hmm.
10, 15 years behind China in terms of technology. Everything that they produce, China copied and made it a far more better. Like
Yeah.
they have all of these speed rails, they have the fastest trains and all of that. That those who started it, they're not even there. They're not even. They don't have a dream of being there in the next 10 years. So it's the same. If you want to copy, do it better than the original person, and
Exactly.
definitely everyone will acclaim you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I look at the young people. There should be no rush. You know, everyone's trying to get 100,000 views overnight.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, how are you going to realize that?
Exactly.
It's a slow process. There is nothing that just comes overnight. Like, okay, yes, there are those who are making money out of this already,
Mm-hmm.
especially our neighbors,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because they're very intelligent. They do one video, they share it on Instagram, they share it on Facebook Reels, they share it on Story, they share it on a normal post, they share it on TikTok, they have a YouTube channel. You cannot compare with Nigerians unless you move to Nigeria and pretend to be one of them because they love themselves. Nigerians have solidarity, and
Mm-hmm.
there's over 150 million Nigerians.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and Cameroon is a country where hate has been sown amongst the people. So um, just now I said, Ira, someone's going to start hating on me because I said, okay, I'm from Boom. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now someone will not support me because
Mm-hmm.
I say I'm from the northwest region.
Region. Yeah.
Someone will not support me even if they understand and speak English if they're from French Cameroon.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all of these things. There's no solidarity, but it's division that was sown into us. As I said, these things are done subliminally.
Mm-hmm.
So we are divided. We're never united, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Mm-hmm.
So we always have this problem. So you need to work extra hard, not only to impress Cameroonians, but to impress the world. So if
Exactly.
you really want to grow, whatever you're doing, your perspective should not be Cameroon. Your perspective should first be Africa. Then you think about the entire world. You should think of overtaking the world, not Cameroon. You know, if you really want to grow that way, if you think that way, whatever you do, you're going to do extraordinary things because then you don't want to impress the shallow people. Permit me use that term. You don't want to impress them. You want to impress people who are already mesmerized by what they've seen. Okay, and so you do that. Think big. If you think big, you're going to do big things. Just don't think about getting, yes, you can start small, but have a dream of having 1 million followers, but equally expand how do I say, your platforms. Take it to Twitter, take it to
TikTok,
TikTok,
Instagram,
take it to Instagram, take it to Threads,
maybe to
take it to
LinkedIn,
YouTube,
all the
you
thread.
know,
That,
take,
yeah.
take it there. Take it there. Nigerians are making millions of naira, like dozens of millions actually in some cases, because of this. You know, they're earning big from TikTok, they're earning big from Instagram, they're earning big from Facebook, they're earning big from YouTube, just one person. So you look at them and you envy them. It's hard work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's no magic to it. The only magic we have in this life is hard work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you're lazy and you think that, oh, you just because you look good, people are going to follow, you should have something meaningful or entertaining to give to the people. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you should be entertaining enough to attract followers, or you should be educating enough in order for people to follow you. So there are different things that you should be talented enough. There's a lot of things that we can do here to impress people
Mm-hmm.
and make money from it.
Exactly.
So for the young people,
Hmm.
avoid the fast lane. And before you do anything, ask yourself questions. And if you know other people who are knowledgeable of a subject that you want to handle, consult them first get the necessary information that you need, then you can move forward and everything will be smooth for you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Lawrence. You've spoken a lot, and I hope we have all listened, right? We have all listened because, as you say, we are just rushing out after to get followers, to grow our platforms. You're not asking yourself, when I get these people, what am I going to be feeding them with? Because
Exactly.
you cannot just assemble people and you don't have anything to offer them. You get it? We are just rushing out to get the followers, to get the 100,000 of followers, but you are not working on the
Exactly.
content to keep them. So after 2, 3 weeks, they start going away and you start feeling frustrated. Yeah. You start feeling
Exactly.
frustrated.
I want to take this. It doesn't matter how many hundreds of thousands of followers you get. Please don't feel you are a celebrity. There's nothing in it. Absolutely nothing. Because just as Sister Vera said, the day you wake up one morning and you see that you lost 1,000 subscribers and all of that, depression sets in.
Mm-hmm.
So be very careful how you manage your social media platforms. I know, I know many people who unalive themselves after certain things happened here. You know, you're going to have very hateful people. If you are a sensitive person, if you take negative comments to heart, do not venture into this. Because at the end of the day, just one comment somewhere can make you rethink. You would think like there's no use for you being on this planet. So think well, is this thing for me? If you're a sensitive person, don't venture because you're always going to have haters. They're here, they're out here everywhere, and they're always going to come for you. No matter how good, how decent, how whatever you are, you're always going to have these people who hate themselves so much that they look for a way to make other people feel it, and they try to make it as if the problem is you. But if you are wise enough, understand that the problem is them. They have a problem with themselves, and you're not the problem. And that way, you can surmount this section. Be
Yep.
safe while you're
Thank you
here.
so Thank you so much. You just touched something. As you know, the saying is that if you don't have a thick skin, don't venture the space. I will agree with
100.
you because I thought this road I have taken is a peaceful road. You will not step on anybody. Do you know at times you don't know where it's coming from, right? The haters, as you rightly say, there are some people who are just so bitter, right? That even if you just say good morning, they will be so angry. So
Yeah,
the
definitely.
other day,
Yeah.
last week, I did a live and I was telling my followers we are growing, but now the number of those haters they are also growing. So I don't want to see people quarreling in the comment section. When you see those negative, just skip and pass because experience
Right.
now has taught me that they will definitely come for you. They will come for you. So as you rightly
Yeah.
say, if you are sensitive, you take those things at heart because as you said, if you think that you're already a celebrity, so by the time they're attacking, it's not your personality that they're attacking. Those people have their own issues. So you just shift and let them pass. Thank God these people, Facebook has provided buttons, the blocking button. I used to think, why are people blocking others? If the energy is so negative and you see that is content, you just keep that person aside. There's no need exchanging words because by the time you are exchanging words in the comment section, you're distracting yourself, you're sapping your energy, it is affecting you mentally. And when you
Yes.
break down, you come here and you argue with people. When you break down, it is you in your house with your family. You're the one who will be losing, right? Meanwhile, that person just made that comment and he's off. He's gone to some other place to just throw the comment.
Yeah, exactly. They've moved on to another platform.
Yeah.
I think I did witness these kind of people. Was it on Twitter or where was that? Um, I don't think it was on Facebook, but it was somewhere where I noticed particular people. I think it's still here on Facebook. where they just, you find the same people everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
someone is doing a live and then they come and they insult and everything,
Yeah.
and then you see another person doing a live somewhere and you see the same person insulting.
Mm-hmm.
So you have these kind of people who have problems with themselves, and
Mm-hmm.
then they want to make it look like it's another person's problem. They
Mm-hmm.
want to they want to shit you. And
Mm-hmm.
there are people, sensitive people, as we said, who are going to take this seriously, and it's going to damage their mental health,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So if you're that kind of person, don't venture here.
Mm-hmm.
Just be doing your friends, talking with your friends and everything. Forget about doing content creation or getting into a, yes, digital creator or whatever the name is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Yeah, don't get there. Don't get there, because there are people who are going to shit you, and you'll regret ever coming onto this platform.
Exactly. Exactly. So thank you so much for this conversation. It is really very rich, and I see the comments that are coming. People are actually learning, and I'm happy. Please share this live stream. Let others also enjoy what we are enjoying today. Share this live stream. Let's come back to this thing of Cameroon and the content creators we have here. What I have noticed, as we said in our neighbors next door, they have the population, but what I've noticed with them that we still have to work on is this idea of solidarity. They have that solidarity. For example, recently you saw this wedding of the famous singer recently. They
Yeah,
mobilized themselves, came out on several occasions to to sensitize all the content creators, everybody who was, those who were around the town where the wedding was taking place. They knew that, okay, this blogger is going to be there to do a live video, so they were addressing it that, please, when you go, take pictures like this, do it like this, for everybody. It was a collective, job for everybody. But for Cameroonians, we are not like that. It is a selfish kind of thing. Just for example, I said it yesterday. Like the last time there was this problem with the minister of sport and the president of Food. There was an uproar. The video just circulated. Before we could know it, I posted it here. Facebook told me to take down the video and gave me the name of the person who owns the video. A public incident.
ooh,
Somebody takes the video and puts copyrights and post it here. So meaning that no other person. So you can imagine it. He has it alone. So that will be that, I am the only one who has that information. And it's not. That is where our greatest problem is. We are so selfish. What can you say about that? And it's out of
yeah. As,
ignorance.
as, as, as I said initially, the key problem, we can blame those people, but we can't blame them either, because today adults actually reason like children. We're not independent thinkers. We have very few people who can think independently and make decisions on their own. We want to wait for the government, or we want to wait for an association president or executive, or to wait for so and so person to take a decision and we follow. So we have a set of followers from a social programming that was made in order to facilitate governance. So you
Mhm.
split people into little groups and help them hate themselves and think that A is B's problem and B is C's problem and C is A and B's problem. That is the problem with Cameroon. So when somebody sees you trying to grow, they just have this kind of pain within them. Like, why should she grow? You
Exactly.
know? And
Exactly.
and that is what makes people self-centered,
Mhm.
especially those who have a little, or those who've seen a bit of light. They do not
Mhm.
want other people to attain that destination. They do not want
Mhm.
other people to reach that height. So
Mhm.
it's like we have grown in a society where greed has been legalized, you
Mhm.
know. So what we actually have is avarice. So you have somebody who has, but they keep wanting that it should be
Only with
only
them.
them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
exactly, that no other person should have.
Okay.
That is exactly what is going on. So, what Cameroon actually needs is a re education. It should be
Mm-hmm.
about changing the educational system and changing some laws where we're going to understand that we are truly a people,
Mm-hmm.
not a conglomerate of little tribes and families that come together. And this is a VIP tribe, and that one is a slave tribe, and so on and so forth. That is the
Mm-hmm.
problem with Cameroon. So Cameroon actually needs an overhaul. We need to re-educate our people only if they're ready to accept. Because the
And
problem
they
today,
will. Yeah.
which is not only Cameroon, it's an African thing, we
Mm-hmm.
have been brainwashed up to a certain extent where we don't even listen. Why? It's very natural. When you grow up and you have certain doctrines and somebody tries to make you understand that these doctrines are wrong, that you need to move away from these doctrines if you really want to prosper, or if you want to see progress in everything, you look at that person and that person becomes the enemy. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that's exactly what's happening with us and most African countries, and that's why we're still where we are today.
Mm-hmm.
So you have people who can't let go just because I was taught that this person from family A is, oh no, family A is made up of such bad people or they are inferior people.
Mm-hmm.
I treat them like that. No matter how good I meet one person from that family, the way they behave, the way they comport themselves and everything, I still, because I was educated that they're bad people or they're inferior people, I still look at that person, the whole person, I still look at them with the eyes of the education that I got.
Mm-hmm.
So we need like two generations if we want to change the status quo. You know, first, they have to change the laws. There are certain things that if people say that they should either get fined or they should be thrown in jail,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
but when they say it on radio, oh, hate speech is punishable by law, but it's only punishable by law if you say it to the
Certain
VIPs,
people,
you
VIPs.
know, and
Yeah.
then for the rest, no, it's they can say anything as long
Mm-hmm.
as it's not serving those who the puppet masters. As long as it's not serving them, if you say
Mm-hmm.
that, it's hate crime. But if it's serving them, someone can repeat that and repeat and repeat and repeat. Say it on TV, say it on radio, say it on social media. It's no
Yeah.
problem.
No problem.
And
Yeah.
that is where we need a system whereby it would be, if hate crime is hate crime, it really doesn't matter where it's coming from. Hate speech is hate speech. It doesn't matter who's perpetrating it. You know, it should be condemned every time, and people should get fined. People should get prison terms for that, and everything. People should be punished for that. But we're not at that level yet, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Mm-hmm.
So my appeal is whoever is watching right now, if you can support your brother or sister, whichever way you can, go ahead and do it. You don't lose anything.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
There's absolutely nothing you lose from supporting someone. You
Mm-hmm.
have zero,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely nothing to lose. And why aren't you supporting them? It's not like you giving you money to somebody. No.
Okay.
It's not like you giving your time to somebody. No. It's just a click.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So why are you keeping that to yourself? For what
Mm-hmm.
reason? You know, so if we had that kind of mind, we
Yeah.
would all grow. Because at the
Exactly.
end of the day, it's like two hands that tie a bundle, you know, or that lays a pair of shoes, you know, and then it's like this hand is supporting this one, and at the end of the day, you do the job, and
Mm-hmm.
both of you are satisfied because
Exactly.
you're both going to you begin from down and then you both get to the top. You
Yeah.
not one
Yeah.
hand's not going to get to the top and the other hand is
Yeah.
still down,
Exactly.
struggling to do anything. You know,
Exactly.
this one sends, the other one takes, and just like that, and you
Mm-hmm.
both get to the top. That's
Mm-hmm.
the way we're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be doing it,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
know. We should be doing it that way.
Mhm.
So, yes, it's an appeal to whoever is watching and to those that are going to watch. Learn to support anything that is good
Wow.
because it helps you. It helps you mentally. It also helps you because as you're sharing it, people will equally see, but why
Mhm.
is this person always sharing other people's? And then they want to come to your page and see,
Mhm. Mhm.
because when you share, while they're watching, they equally see that, oh, it's this person who shared, so they
Mhm.
can click on your profile and they see what is on your page as well. And they
Mhm.
go to begin to like, and then it's your page is equally recommended to other people, you
Exactly.
know? But
Exactly.
we're in all this like, oh, it's about me. Let me get to the top first, then I can see about that. So I can shout glory, hallelujah, while the others are struggling at the bottom of the hill. You know?
Exactly.
So we
Exactly.
need we need to do away with that kind of mentality. If we
Exactly.
have knowledge of something, we should try and share it, just like you did last night. As I was saying, that was amazing. But
Wow.
most
Thank you.
people will not even understand the importance of what you did. They will
Wow.
not even give the value of the worth of what you did last evening. It's information that you're giving for free. To be
Mhm.
honest with you, I watch Nigerians more than I watch any other person because they're the only people like, if they're speaking English, it resonates with me. If they're speaking pidgin, it's interesting to me. It's funny
Mhm.
and everything. So
Mhm.
I watch them a lot. Nigerians, who are where at the stage where you are right now, what they
Mhm.
do instead is they're going to create a WhatsApp group and they
Mhm.
say, okay, you're going to pay 50,000 naira or you're going
Mhm.
to pay 25,000 naira and we're going to have a workshop and I'll teach you how to get your page monetized or I'll
Mhm.
teach you how to do this or I'll teach you how to do that. That's what they do. But
Mhm.
it's the information that you dished out last night for free. And I
Mhm.
think I watched another live where you were still talking about something related to that. And that is information you're giving out for free. But
Mhm.
others, it's information they're selling,
Mhm.
and they're doing consulting. So they have their WhatsApp attached to their account.
Mhm.
And if you want to ask a question, if you need consulting, you have to pay a certain amount of money before they can actually authorize your text to come through to them and they can talk with you. So you see how far they've gone. But you're giving that information for nothing and our people will not appreciate it. And sometimes it's the kind of things that they would say. And you listen to it and it's like, for real, like, are you saying this? Like, what makes you think like that?
Mhm.
Because sometimes, yes, how can you think this way? Like, you're an adult. How can
Mhm.
you think this way? This is someone who's trying to help people, and you don't see that part of it.
Mhm.
You don't see it at all. You just miss the point why they're on there, why they're dishing out this information, and it's such a sad situation for us. Yeah,
It's really what you're saying is very true, and it's so unfortunate because I think the best way is the way Nigerians are doing it, because I have tried this other trying to give back to the community, thinking that you want to help them. I've just come to
right.
realize that anything you do for free, people don't value it. They don't value it. They feel that you are begging them for something. It's good that you are telling them this. Let me just give you an example. For almost 2 3 years, I do a lot of promotion of our Wimbo matches here for
That's
free.
right.
But let me tell you, when the day for the slot is coming, I am the one who goes to ask for songs from them. I run after them to. So it was like at a certain point I had to stop. I said maybe in their minds they think that I am gaining something from all this. Meanwhile, to do promotions, people pay for it. Huge sums of
Yeah,
money.
definitely.
You
Yeah, I've
get it?
seen people
Huge
just
sums of money.
running
And
something
when
on
you
their
pay that
page. Yeah,
promoter, you place that song once. When you come for another repeat, you pay. You pay some other thing. So
exactly.
there's some of them I
Yeah,
take their songs and do it here for the whole month. They come, they see it on this page, they don't even share it. They don't even bother. They don't even comment. It's like she's the one, she knows what she's gaining from it. So I don't know whether we need to do better seminars to train our own people, because the social media age, as you say in Nigeria, if you see what these content creators from our neighboring countries are amassing on this platforms,
Yeah,
you will be shocked.
yeah,
But it's not
for
for free,
real.
or it's hard work. They are putting the work.
Yeah, they
Nobody is
doing
getting
it.
it
Mm,
for
mm.
free. I mean, the figures are frightening, but it's true. But our own people, I don't understand. Even those artists, I tell them, come stay here, be active. We don't see them. You want to go viral? How? Nobody knows you here. You need to be consistent and just be making noise. Be making noise, as you rightly say. Somebody will want to say, "Who is this person who is always singing here?" That's how it starts. Who is this? Who is this person? But you come, you say you sing very well, you drop your song, we see you after 6 months. It doesn't work like that. You're not going anywhere. It doesn't work like that. So I don't know. Is the mindset? Is the government? Is the society? It is a deep. It's a canker worm that has eaten very deep. And if we
100.
are not careful, this thing that everybody is benefiting, it will pass us by. Huh? We will not gain anything out of it. It will pass us by, because I don't know. I don't know how we're going to do it, because some of us, as you say, we have been doing it, the sacrifices. I'm already getting tired too, right? I'm getting
Yeah,
tired.
that's right. Yeah, for
Yeah,
real. For real. Yeah, I
yeah.
can't imagine. I can't imagine.
Okay, I'm getting tired, because we come and talk and talk and talk. It enters here, and it gets out. It's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate, right? So that is it. So thank you so much. Those who have ears, let them. Those who have ears, let them hear. So we don't want it to be too long, so that people can watch it. You will definitely come back again. I know somebody said Papa God our curse. Papa God don't curse. Consistency is the key. Yeah, Lucian talks of
Mm.
consistency, right? That is what we are talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
Consistency. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
But it's consistency in doing the right thing. If we're consistent in doing the wrong things, definitely that takes us nowhere.
Mhm,
So, yeah,
mhm,
consistency in doing the right thing.
mhm. You get it, Lucien? The consistency, yes, should be consistency doing the right thing, because you can also be consistent and doing the wrong thing, right? Consistency doing the right thing. There's something you mentioned, Lawrence, that we should support one another. Yes, that part of supporting one another is something we really have to work on, because as I was saying yesterday, I did not even know that you were watching. It's when I finished that I saw your comments, right? Thank you so much for that support, right? It keeps me going. As I was condemning one attitude, we it's all about sharing information. It's all
That's
about
right.
promoting one another. Maybe if I don't share your content, but I come to your page and I pick an ideology or a picture from your page. So when I share it on my page, it doesn't cost me anything to give credit to me. By giving credit to me, you are also indirectly promoting me on your own page. Because when somebody
I,
comes and sees that picture or that piece of information, say, oh, it's coming from Mr. Kwalar. So let me rush back
yeah,
to Mr. Kwalar. Maybe he will have more. So there's a way you put Mr. Kwalar's name so that somebody can easily click on it and get to his page. But we do
that's
it,
right.
we copy that information, we personalize it, or we want to write Mr. Kwalar's name, we write in such a way that nobody can search that name and get it.
Yeah,
That
it's
is what
because
we
they
do.
don't put at. Once you put
Yes.
at, the name comes out, and you take it, it's highlighted. So anyone can click on it and it goes. So if I had to give credit to you, I have to first enter at, then your name would come out. I click on it, then it's there highlighted for somebody to, it creates a link that leads back to you. Um, Maybe some do it ignorantly, but I know those who do it deliberately. I know those who deliberately do that just because they do not want to So it would just be like, but I write your name for dinner. Yeah, you write my name for day. You write
Mm.
my name for day.
You
How?
write my name for there. Write my name how? Eh? Meanwhile, as we rightly say, those there are some who actually know what they're doing. Some are doing it ignorantly. That's why we are doing this conversation so that they will correct themselves, right? But some are doing
That's
they
right.
know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. But the neighbors next door, as I say, is different. If you see the way they blocked this wedding, everybody, that's so that the information will go, the whole thing will go viral. Everybody is doing it. So maybe we think that by taking it from this person and giving credit is going to reduce something for your page. No, the more the information gets out there, the more our content is also getting out there. The more people are getting to know more about content creators in Cameroon, the more
That's
people will know
right.
more about our own, But as we are limiting it, we will stay, we will stay on one spot. I'm sorry to say that. We're not going anywhere because it is, it is, I don't know what to say.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
I do understand. I feel the pain. I should just say the same level of um, how do I say it? The same level of pain or stress that you're going through is I actually have it worse because I'm one of those people who really wanted to see like an ideal society, a society of people who can use common sense, who can apply common sense in their everyday lives, you know. But we're so stereotypical to the extent that we can't do anything on our own, you
mhm,
know, that
mhm,
people still believe fairy tales from way back when and all of that. People still believe slogans that have been there 30 years and then nothing has changed. And then your dad was using the same slogan, and then you still join the same people with the same slogans, and there's no change. And then do we ever ask ourselves questions? Do we ever question ourselves? Do we ever question our sanity? Do we ever question our raison d'etre? Do we do that?
mhm,
So yeah, it it makes it really painful that you have people who like you know, people that you do the same things with, people that you did the same things with, but then their perspectives haven't changed.
mhm,
And it's not that they were conservative because things were working for them.
mhm,
Things are not working now. But why are you conserving all of these old ideologies? Why are you preserving these traditions that are not being helpful to you, that are not helping you grow? You know, why? Is it just because when you're born you get these doctrines and you have to keep them? It's like you're afraid to shed off, you know. When reptiles are growing, they need to shed their skin
mhm,
in order for them to grow. Snakes, turtles, you know, lizards, they have to shed their skin in order to grow. But
mhm,
our problem is we carry all of this skin, we carry these shells, we never shed them. And that is why we're not growing. There are certain things, accumulations that we need to let off. We need to separate with those accumulations, just bury them, burn them, whatever we need to do with them, let them go. Then we can begin to experience growth because it's like we're carrying a load and we keep
mhm,
accumulating. So we move here, we add on metal, we get over there, we add on plastic, we pick up a black rock, we pick up a red one, and then we keep piling up all of this. And this just slows us down.
those are down.
How
Exactly.
can we move forward? So there are things that accumulations that we've had along the way that we need to put down, like we need to let go, forget about them, then we can move forward. It makes life a lot lighter. You know, all of that burden, we need to throw it away and move forward. If we don't, then we continue to be where we are, you
Wow.
know. And when I'm talking about loads, it's not
Mhm,
about physical loads, it's about
mhm,
doctrines, it's about teachings that we have accumulated, but these were negative teachings. Like let me divert a bit. When they say that Africa is poor, and the majority of our people believe it, that we're poor. But are
Mm-hmm.
we really poor when
Mm-hmm.
all of the natural resources, or at least 80% of the natural resources that the world is actually developing, or the developed world are living on, come from Africa?
Mm-hmm.
But then we truly believe that we are poor. How? Are we poor? We're not. We have a managerial problem.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can solve this managerial problem, then we can live happily. Then, if we do away with greed and a whole lot of other things, then we can have a better life. If we have people with vision, then we can have a better life. You can't
Mm-hmm.
say that you have like tar, which is a byproduct of petroleum, and we don't have roads, but
Mm-hmm.
we're refining petroleum. Where does the tar go? So you ask these questions, and it's something that people don't ask because they don't think.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we just parrot and everything. So, thank you, sister, for having me here
Wow.
today, and hopefully, just like you said, I'll be glad to come back again.
Yes, please. I am the one to say thank you because short notice, but you still created time and you have been so patient for us to put this together. And thank you for the nuggets you have put out there. The takeaway, let us shed shed out the load. We are carrying, there's so many things we have carried. That is why we are doing this conversation, right? We are doing this
That's
conversation to be
right.
able to touch some of those areas that is holding us back so that we can correct it. Humble child, I will come back to you when Mr. Kwala leaves the studio. I'll come back because some of you are saying you did not even know that you could mm, give credit to whoever and you don't know how to do it. We'll come back to that. So let me liberate Mr. Kwala, then we'll come back to that. I will just explain a few things there for you guys. Okay, so stay put. Somebody says shedding of the skin is painful. That's why we need to go through the pain and the torture at Golgotha
Oh,
in order
wow.
to heal our old flesh and
That is
resurrect with a
deep.
new ideology. Another
That
person
is
says
deep.
Africa
That
isn't
is
poor.
deep.
African states render us poor. African states are sheds preventing growth. Another person, some people don't know all of that. Yeah. You know, ah, I accept what this other person is saying, but I think if this thing of Africa, when we point the finger at some other person, we will not change, right? We should take
Never.
our own responsibilities too, right? The
Exactly.
Africa,
Yeah.
whoever is us, right? Because each time if we focus too much on the government, we are going nowhere. Yeah, we are going nowhere. The government has they have their own things that they are doing that are not correct, but us, like this social media space, the same attitude is we have brought it here. Is the government here?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's what we said, when we started, right?
Mhm.
We do
Yeah.
not love ourselves.
Yes.
Now we need love. We
Mm-hmm.
need love. And the first thing is love yourself. If you
Mm-hmm.
are able to love yourself enough, that love will radiate to whoever you meet.
Exactly.
But we don't love ourselves. We pretend we love ourselves.
Exactly.
Those who love themselves can never be greedy. If you
Exactly.
love yourself, you'll never be greedy, you know?
Exactly. Exactly.
So
Exactly.
if you love yourself enough, then that love will radiate. All we
Mm-hmm.
need is love. So
Exactly.
let people begin by loving themselves, because when you have, that's when you can give. So
Mm-hmm.
if you are unable to give, it definitely means that you lack it. So you
Exactly.
can't pretend that you love yourself and you're unable to give love to your neighbor. I don't
Exactly.
believe that. It's
Exactly.
absolutely not possible. You
Exactly.
cannot give what you don't have.
Exactly.
So when you
So,
see somebody giving love, it's because they have it.
mm-hmm.
So you can't just pretend that, oh, you love, but you're not giving it, you do not love. You don't have it. You lack
Exactly.
it. So learn
Exactly.
to first love yourself. And if you love yourself enough, you'll have enough love to give to other people, to give to
Wow.
your neighbors and all of that.
Wow, 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 wow. So learn to love yourself so that you'll be able to give out that love to some other person. If you don't love yourself, there's no way you can love some other person. So that is the takeaway we have for today. And thank you so much, Mr. Kwalar. Very we see you are you born
Very.
Ulala mu you joy ya bimo ko bi train him sa hanin dani. Ula mu you das bi.
Ah, okay, mais yon sung we baba mi live cast a yon sister Vera. Oh, okay, and mais yon si a totozi fatem bamina amfi isi ni te sibo sibo gap mu ring zahine si zisia yetni ba zahine yongi yetni si so me yu bongo ne ine me yuminan suni then alane akato yuman jutsu kabane yumoy babazo werinka but if way kwasa with where on jutsu kabana you ever jutsu ne sister Vera feel free to see SMS to me messenger to see message it be anyway me to see message me messenger it be anyway to see message be polite to see message it be anyway and you mo kaba phones away ko an ringi si me to see me message me be anyway
Very
me
good.
me bi yang we mo zahine to see me message me bufan be saka aka to see me message me be anyway so very uh Abizo baba amfi ne ba ake introduction ka Zoya Kwala Lawrence then meve ku ya amudzo mo sharine okay nemba adzo the meve
Okay.
okay very easy
Very well, very well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lawrence. And I hopefully the message has gone through. Have we all enjoyed it? It has been wonderful, right? It has been wonderful. I promise you on conversation, we're going to discover so many people. We have a lot, so many people who are so talented out there that we need to get it from them, get the nuggets from them, because it's time for us to give back to our communities. So, Lawrence, I can only wish you all the best. As he said in Limbo, if you have any questions, he's available, right? You can always get to him. And if it's something he can shed light on it, why not? He will do it. And for me, I'm here 24 on 24. So feel free and send, be polite. He insisted on something, right? Be polite. It is not like, don't take it as if it's a right, because that's where many of you go wrong, right? Because he has now said you can ask, you take it as if you are entitled to something. No, just out of goodwill, right? Just be polite and get the questions in a polite way, and you definitely get your answers. Okay.
that's right
So thank you so much, and stay well. My regards to the family, and see you some other time. God bless you. Bye-bye.
thank you bye
Bye. Bye. Mhm. Let's see. Wow. We are back here. Who enjoyed the show like me? It was a beautiful one, right? Oh my God. It was a beautiful one. Majacinta, I see you. You have come late. Please, when you go back, when we finish from here, sit back and watch this broadcast, right? It's so rich. You're gonna get something from it. So let me answer. I will not stay too long so that we don't derail, right? Let me answer. Humble girl, are you still there? You said something that great conversation. Hey, Auntie Mira, did I see you? Oh my God, so many people here. Who is advertising something here? These are the type of things. Somebody's advertising MTN bundle. This one or which one? Or Queen Wetty MP. Eh? Florence Jato says, I see you. Hi, you. Our phone Julius. I see you. Humble girl, are you there? You wrote that some of you don't know how to go about it. No, when you collect put pictures from somebody, right? When you're posting it, when you finish all, you can either put it on the main text or you put it in the comment section. Yeah, you just say pictures from, for example, if you took the pictures from Auntie Mirabel Karawa, you say pictures. Thank you, Sister Mirabel Karawa, for the pictures. But the way you put her name, that's where it matters, right? You put an art, like when you're writing this art from email, Yawo something something at yahoo dot something, that at, once you put that mention, that person's name is going to pop up. Then you click on the name. You don't write out the name yourself. No, you click on the name that Facebook has proposed to you, that person's name. When it pops up, you click on that name, so that when it picks up that name, it is highlighted blue. Then you continue whatever you want to write. So when it stays there blue, whoever comes to see that post will be attracted with that name. By so doing, you are also promoting, since that person has given you pictures, right? Has given you content. So why don't you also, it's another way of supporting that person. So somebody will say, oh, if she can have these pictures, let me maybe go to her page and go for more, especially some nice pictures. That's what I do when I see some nice pictures somewhere about something. I will definitely go to that page. So when you go to that page, that person might see some more interesting things there and will end up following that page and will also be a supporter of that page. So that's how you support each other. So when I see some of those big bloggers, they come and take and decide to just write the name. No, it's bad faith. That's bad faith. That's bad faith, right? Put the name there. That person, if he will not, this place, you know how many people are on this place? Billions, billions of followers. So by supporting one person, it will not take anything from your own space and give it to another person. Everybody has his or her own package here, right? So if we do it intelligently, we are going to get it all of us will take everybody along. I know we are talking about our neighbors next door. Doesn't mean that they are very perfect, but they are doing a great job. I see the solidarity there. Like recently I was talking about this marriage that they did it together. There are some people who also put they collected those videos for the wedding, the famous artist who had a wedding. There are some people who took the videos that were circulating, put copyright on it and posted them on social media. You know the difference with them? They will call you out. They made videos about this person. The names were all over the place, and those people had to come and apologize and take down those videos or put off the copyrights that they put on the videos, because that is a public figure, a star who does marriage, and everybody wants to use it for content. Then a selfish individual will take it, because I listened to one who was apologizing and saying, I did not know that I put on the copyright, whatever. Here, you cannot just, it's not a button that you just go and press. Before you want to put copyright on anything here, there's a procedure. That's like a questionnaire that you answer question 1, question 2, question 3. So you do it. It is an intentional act. But now, if you don't want to put that copyright on that stuff, there's a place that you go back to where you went and put it on and turn it off. If you did it maybe ignorantly, not knowing the consequences, because you cannot be moving around using other people's stuff. Then when it comes to your own now, you put copyrights that nobody should use it. If you are putting copyrights on your things, then don't use another person's own. Yeah, stay only with your own. And when you put those copyrights, you are doing yourself harm. I have talked to my artists, you're doing yourself harm. Nobody's gonna use your stuff. You will stay with it on your page alone. Nobody will use it. Right? Nobody will use it. So we have talked. Let's not overtalk. And okay, Maja says, yeah, I've followed a lot of people because of what you are talking about. Yes. So that's another way to support each other, right? We support each other like that. Right? We support each other like that. Yesterday I really had to talk about it, because I've noticed the pictures that we share here, many people take them and they go and use them without putting giving credit. And the worst one is that they now write their names on all the pictures, preventing others from using it. I said, okay, if me had the pictures and I wrote my names the way you have written these names, where would you have taken the pictures from? Is that you spoil it down with your name, the whole place, so that you are the only one who has Mbod village. You are the only one who has Tabiken village. Imagine you go to Tabiken, snap those pictures, come and put name the whole place. You stay on your page now. You want people to know about your village, but now you have maybe you have just 100 followers. You put names everywhere. It goes to maybe your page now. Only 100 people. But if you are allowed, people will see, oh, nice place like this in Tabiken. I take and share and say, thanks to Maja for bringing this picture. Another person will see that, thanks to who? The whole place, everybody Tabiken everywhere. Ooh, would that not be nice? It would be beautiful, right? It would be beautiful. And These people for Yema talk about pigeon, they no go sanction whoever. The pictures and they no go sanction whoever. Now when you start to do copyright, so now when some person can't take that picture where you don't write name there, now for the way problem, they call the attention because when you write that name there, it shows you don't own them no. Now you own now. When different man go use them, they start put. I say this person, why you use this person this thing? Now get a no, yeah. So that if una see how these people them Nigeria, Ghana don't join them and South Africa, they are doing very, very well. They work them together, they go. When they say something is trending, all then the trend, all then they inside everybody. They say every day they get a topic where all man they take and use them. They will own. This person they talk about your own. You want to talk about your own. Now Martin this. Who told us the other day that you use somebody's picture? The person came in the inbox and warned him that never you take come to my page again and collect. Yeah, we'll keep learning and we'll change, right? We'll keep learning. If not, we have a long way to go. Okay. Thank you so much, Ferdinand. Hey, Ferdinand, I see you. Etel, Linda, Ring, I see you guys. Share this live video, right? Those who are not there should come and watch. Mr. Kwalar will come again, right? He is loaded. He's loaded. I'm so proud to have a junior brother like this, right? So I'm gonna, harvest from him anytime he has time. This is just part A. He has a lot. He has a lot. He has a lot. So God bless you all for watching, and we thank him once more for creating time to come share with us. Somebody will learn something because I have also learned something from him, right? Experience, we used to believe experience is the best teacher, but now mentorship, right? Mentorship to be your best teacher, right? Yeah. Mentorship. You should always have a mentor. Do you have a mentor in life? If not, look for a mentor, a teacher, somebody who will direct you, who will correct you, who will watch you, who will tell you what to do. A successful person who will direct you on how to do things, right? To avoid certain mistakes in life. So I hear the bell is ringing. The young man is already around. So it's time to really go. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye bye.